Welcome to City on the Hill Gaming, a tabletop RPG podcast. This is bordering on a full, invasion.
Yes. Well, our primary concern should be protecting His Majesty. And keep an eye out for any more soldiers. One is to try and avoid fighting with the king around as much as possible.
I greatly appreciate that, Liesel. I am deeply sorry that I have put you in the position I have. This is most unfortunate and likely my fault. Hopefully I can resolve it with them, but now they do not seem currently in a mood to talk. Very good. Okay, so you guys head out of the city, you pass through the gate, and you can you see off in the distance there are definitely some merfolk in the area, but they don't appear to really take notice of you guys. They are engaged with some of the local forces off in that area. So you guys can move out on the road south. You guys know the direction to Oriel. That is where you kind of have been based for the most part. So you can head back that direction. You know it is roughly a 2 days journey, but you can start heading that way. Make me perception checks. And that extends to all five of you.
Okay.
Whoops, that's actually a 3, but somehow I don't think that's going to matter.
Liesel and Sorrel, you both notice off in the distance, this is not just a large-scale invasion. They look like they're setting up for a siege and are really going to try and fully take hold of the city and maybe stuff beyond it. But they do seem to be kind of centralized around the city. They don't appear to be deeply expanding out past that. And you guys seem to have a clear road ahead of you.
All right. So, question: would it be the siegecraft they're using? Is it theirs, or would it be some of the similar make and model that we saw them preparing at the other town?
No, these appear to be Mayendalian in design.
Okay.
These do look like merfolk.
So whatever the other contingent is, we haven't seen them show up yet, because these were clearly not the same armaments being prepared at the other city.
When you know those Baron Telix had those prepared for eventually coming to war with the king, but having kind of cut him off like you guys did.
Yeah.
Those are probably, at the very least, not going to be used by anyone anytime soon.
Hopefully, if we can rally armies, we can make good use of those later.
That would be an option.
One thing at a time, though.
Yes.
Let's get the king to safety.
Okay, so you guys start heading on the road south. Anyone, I don't care which of you, roll 1d20. No bonuses or additions.
Ooh,
okay. Very good.
Low is bad.
Low is good for this. But you guys are still fine.
Very bad.
Great, now we're rolling high.
Yeah.
So you guys keep making your way south. The day passes very uneventfully, and you come to what appears to be a good place. Well, I'll let you guys decide when you want to stop. But it is getting dark, and you still have at least another full day's journey before you reach Oriel.
All right. Well, if it's starting to get dark, we should probably make camp. And I would suggest that Sorrel and I will take the watches, since we each only need 4 hours.
Yeah.
We can do our watches in 8 and then get on the move again.
Okay.
So that way we don't have to take the full 12 for everyone to get their rests.
Sure, that is totally fine. Let's go with Liesel. Make me so you guys are this is kind of you guys just kind of hanging out in camp. You notice, and you can notice this pretty easily, that the king is very uncomfortable. This is not the conditions he is used to by any stretch of the imagination. But he seems to be sort of making do.
Yes, I apologize, Your Majesty. Just one moment. I'm just going to use prestidigitation and just clean all the dirt and stuff off his clothes. At least make him a bit more comfortable.
He actually just outright chuckles. I appreciate that, Liesel. This is not what I am accustomed to, but I do appreciate you and your companion's hospitality and defense of me in this situation. It is grandly appreciated.
Well, it is what few accommodations we can spare. It's the least we can do.
Very good. I do appreciate it. Thank you. So let's start with Liesel. So are you taking first watch, sir?
Yes, I'll take first watch.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Okay. Huh?
All right. What did you get? I'm on. I tabbed out to a different screen. Sorry.
Stately 12.
Okay. You notice effectively nothing. Nothing amiss. The night seems very calm. You guys are far enough out that you really don't hear the sounds of the area around Keon anymore. You essentially you hear the fire, you hear the rushing stream next to you. It's a very peaceful night. Sorrel,
Yes.
ma'am, if you don't mind.
Sorry, that was perception, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So you wake, or Liesel wakes you from your elvish trance and begins his meditation, and you notice, off in the distance, you notice torchlight.
Oh.
Sort of moving around. You see a handful of torches, probably less than a mile from you.
Okay. Are they moving like you mentioned they were moving? Are they moving directly towards us or just around?
Directly, no. In a you-ish direction, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna wake Desilov.
Okay.
And
Love the sleep out of my eyes. Stand up.
Yeah. No, Desilov, you may want to keep low. I see torches.
Crouch down, still probably taller than Sorrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only 6 feet tall, crouched.
Yeah.
That's all.
I will gently wake the others with like, shh. There's people about a mile up the road from us.
And they are to the south of you guys, and they are headed in your general direction.
Okay.
What
I don't wake the king.
Okay, if they have torches and they're heading our general direction, I would suggest we douse the campfire and...
I would love to use some stealth and see about sneaking up and kind of maybe listening in on them if they're talking at all.
Okay, make that stealth check.
Just to be safe.
Fantastic, Jenna.
Just to be safe, around our campsite, I'm gonna drop a fog cloud, just to obscure us even further. We put out the campfire. Just gonna drop some fog.
And I'm assuming before you guys went to sleep, you have a cleric and a paladin. I'm assuming you guys are back at full health.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That would be a thing that you guys
Let's
would
all assume that.
probably do. Jenna, you can sneak out of the camp, and your eyes kind of adjust to the darkness, and you kind of sneak through in between the trees and bushes. Everyone make a perception.
Ah, there we are.
It's that butterfly. It's a moth now because it's night.
Right, yes. It is. There's a...
So, Furball get a lot of neat abilities, but dark vision is not one of them. Huh? What? It's foggy and dark. I can't see a darn thing.
Except that really pretty moth that is flitting through camp. Liesel, you and Biggs, you notice that as soon as Liesel puts out the fire, the torches stop. They stop moving as soon as, like, they notice the fire goes out. There's a second or two, and then the torches stop, and they go out.
I'm sure that's great news.
Jenna, you sneak forward, and you notice, you see the torches go out. You are close enough that you can actually see. You have 5 folks approaching you, armed with swords, and just kind of generally looking sneaky and conniving and dangerous, and up to no good.
Folks.
But they do not look like merfolk.
And about how close are they to the camp?
They have closed, and they will be close to the camp in the next couple of minutes.
Alrighty.
Ideally confused by the fog.
And I'm still pretty good and sneaky, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Can I like attack them from behind to disorient them, and then I would get my sneak attack too, wouldn't I?
You could do that. I will make the recommendation though that would, because as soon as you attack, you're no longer hidden.
Yeah.
So they would just be you and the 5 of them some ways away from camp.
Hmm.
So you would be by yourself at that point. You're now sneaking into the bush.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's not overlapping you.
We really should have some sort of procedure for this.
She's sneaking into the bush, or is the bush sneaking around behind her? The bush moves.
That's what happens if she failed her stealth check.
Sapient sneaky bush.
We did have an incident earlier where we were trying to stealth through brush and then somehow retconned it into a screaming rose bush
Oh,
because someone botched their stealth roll.
Yeah.
no.
There's a whole shrubbery sub theme. I don't really know how we ended up with, but we have it now, and I've just kind of kept rolling with it. It usually involves me doing a poor job of moving around the tokens on the Roll20 map and accidentally picking up a bush instead of a character.
Yeah, but what we're saying is this came about very organically.
Jeez.
Planted those seeds back at the beginning, huh?
Yeah,
It
it
was-
just kind of branched out from there.
It was quite natural.
We can't seem
Bloomed
to.
into something beautiful.
Uh-huh.
It's vine. Everything is vine.
All right. Well,
Yep.
I sneak back and in nice whispered tones let everybody know what I saw. And Liesel, you might want to continue bringing the fog over this way. Maybe we can get a good sneak up on them.
So I'm going to put you back in camp.
I think
Whoop.
once I have the fog, it just stays.
Let's look at fog cloud.
Yeah, just it can be moved by the wind. After it appears, it is not magical anymore. It's just fog.
Okay. Yeah, and it just kind of...
It stays until something disperses it.
So you guys
No.
are hidden within a fog, and but it's just sort of the area around you guys immediately.
Now, if we wanted to be really sneaky, if someone has just like a dead torch, they could throw it away from us, and I can use prestidigitation to light it, and maybe they'll think that's a different campfire and move away from us, and then we could attack them.
I like this idea.
'Cause
And if
they
we-
will hit towards the campfire, and then we'll just jump out of the fog and get them.
I like it. I believe I have a torch in my bag. I have a nice bag of items I picked up.
I
All
am
right, well-
going to use my Furbolg magic racial ability to use the disguise self that makes me look smaller.
Okay.
I am going to disguise myself as just kind of an unassuming human of like 5'4" height or so, dressed in kind of like grayish clothing and not particularly threatening looking.
Okay. I like it.
The spell is getting canceled to dramatic effect at some point in the future.
It's totally fine.
That's fine, but also we're in fog, and I don't know what just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do
It's
you
okay, I can do this.
what do you make the mall look like? Because it also changes.
A broom, like a push broom.
Okay, we'll roll with it. I like it.
Oh,
I've got
There's-
images of Beauty and the Beast in my head of the mops dancing around.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it a walking stick, and I'll just have it across my shoulder. It's a little more natural that way.
That works too.
you're
I
gonna
am
do
fine
the
with
Thor
the broom,
thing
to
where
be
you tamp
fair.
it on the ground twice and then you transform, aren't you?
I wasn't
Tunk,
until
tunk.
you said that, but now I totally am.
I like it. Okay, so
let
you
me
guys...
let me know when you do. We can use prestidigitation. I can make you all glowy.
Nice.
For that single combat, I will let you do that as a free action, Daniel. Just because that amuses me. Okay, so you guys... Let me make sure I'm on the same page here. You guys are going to take a torch, throw it. You're going to use prestidigitation to make it look like it's on fire.
Well, I can physically light it, like actually light it.
Oh, that works too. Okay. And hope to draw the bandits toward it so that you can surprise them.
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
Throw it in the brush. Make a big fire.
Don't do that, please.
What? I know. Well, only because Smokey the Bear is much scarier in person.
It's true.
Especially here, because it's Smokey the Owl Bear, and no one wants to meet Smokey the Owl Bear.
Owl bears are no
Owl bear in a ranger cap.
Yeah.
That is a frightening image, my friend.
Now I have
Only you can.
I want you to know I had to Google that just to see if Smokey the Owl Bear is a thing.
Forest fires.
Yep. Thank you, Jonathan. I like it. Smokey the Owl Bear is a thing.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
boy.
And we're going to go ahead and... I don't know if this will work because I don't actually have Pinterest, but we'll give it a shot. Where's the... There we go.
For those of you listening along to the podcast, just
Yes.
Google it.
Just Google Smokey the Owl Bear. Only you can prevent forest fireballs.
Ah,
Yep, that seems fine.
Can we now just make that canon that those posters are up everywhere, all over the forest?
I'm fine with it.
Sweet. All right, toss the torch. Light the torch on fire. Question mark, profit. Let's do this.
Probably not exactly, but sure, why not? We'll go with it.
Hey, if they're carrying gold on them, it's fine. Then we make a profit.
Okay, that's acceptable. I'll allow that. Okay, so you toss a torch, and it sort of lights up over there. Can you guys see that? We're going to put it on the... Okay, perfect. And you do see, Jenna, you in particular, can, because I think you're a little bit closer to them, can sort of see a sudden shift in their movements. And they are kind of heading this direction. And I'm actually going to put the... Because this makes more sense, we're going to put it right there. And you can kind of see them come out of the darkness to the point where you can actually kind of identify them. And you see a handful of what look like to be run-of-the-mill bandits.
Oh no, mill bandits.
Oh.
I'm resisting a lot of Magic the Gathering jokes right now.
I mean,
It's Miller time.
these are your every average day bandit. I kind of have sympathy for my fellow people. Should I warn them or just outright slaughter them? I don't even know right now.
I do.
Daniel has a preference.
Yeah.
Okay, so they move up to this point, and they're basically sort of around the torch, and we are going to... Because you can tell they're now very confused because there's just a glowing torch on the ground. If you guys like, we can start right here. And you guys can roll initiative, but you guys will get a surprise round.
All right, I'll go ahead and roll my initiative. But
Oh!
whoa.
Yep, that seems fine.
Wow. That elf is ready to fight.
Yes, it is.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready. I'm in bodyguard mode right now, dude.
That's
Yeah,
her
no,
secret.
that's
He's always
clearly.
ready to fight.
Like,
I'm always
Okay.
angry, but I'm not always raging.
that is some vigilance, man.
That's my secret, Captain.
The threat appears and
Yep.
That is maybe my favorite part of that entire movie.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
You shouldn't get misty-eyed when Hulk smashes, but I do maybe a little bit for just that scene. Much unlike last combat, there is actually a mixture of... they don't all go first. And you guys actually technically all go first.
So we got a surprise round.
We'll start with Sorrel.
Okay.
And then Mr. Liesel. So you guys... I'm going to go ahead and write all the initiatives down, but you guys go ahead and you will get a full round of actions before them.
Okay. So I'm going to move right on up here. And he's closest, so I'm going to take a swing at him with
Okay.
my longsword. I've got my longsword and shield with me. I'm going to leave my quarterstaff back.
Are you raging or are you just going?
I'm just swinging for now. Just
Okay.
regular longsword swinging for now.
It's not proper angry yet.
Yes.
No. Just testing the waters.
You do hit
That
him.
would have been. Oh man, that would have been so much better when we were fighting the fish people, testing the waters. Dang it! I missed the boat on that one.
Oh,
Anyway, I rolled a 16.
that absolutely hits. Hit
Okay,
him.
and
Hit
I
him with
think
that.
if I recall correctly, I can click on longsword to roll my damage. Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
interesting.
I like that. I try to hit him.
Yeah.
So good.
It says to give a description of the attack. So I did.
So you're using that? Are you using it as the versatile, or did you have your shield?
I got my shield. I got
Okay,
my
so it's
shield.
only the D8.
Yeah.
Still shouldn't that do? What is it? It's D8 plus 2 for your strength and 2 for your. Is it just 2 for your strength?
I think it's just 2 for my strength.
Okay, that's
Unless it's. Oh wait, I didn't want to click that again. Whoops. I wanted to click this.
Oh yeah, it does include proficiency.
Does it give me a thing because I'm proficient, or is that with something
No,
else?
proficient doesn't factor into damage. It just.
I figured not. I
factors
figured
into
not.
2 hit.
Okay, so it's just a hit. So he takes 3. Liesel.
Hopefully to baffle and confuse them more. One of them, that one, I'm just gonna hit with a firebolt since he's standing right next to the torch.
This one here.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're all staring at the torch anyway. So
Yeah.
you know, might as well accident. One of them has an accident involving a torch, or not.
Not.
Just hits the torch, makes a bigger fire.
Yes. Did that work? Okay.
And to ready as a reflex whenever he transforms, I'm going to press the digitation. Thank you.
Oh yes, no, that's fine. And now we have Petrichor.
Alrighty. Do I get my sneak attack?
Yes, because you just straight up get it in this round because they have no clue where you are.
Yeah, that's why surprise rounds are great.
You hit, you sneaky.
Alright, so... Oh, wait, it's +5 for my d20 roll, so that should be a little higher. I'm sure
That
that'll
is,
hit somebody.
yeah, you are absolutely fine.
And 3d6 plus 3?
Boom.
I'm going to hit... I guess this guy who's right by Sorrel just because... Yeah. Bam.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
Whew.
He looks terrible, and he doesn't know why. That poor man. Desilov.
Okay, I'm going to move right here. I am going to tap the walking stick, which is actually my huge maul, into the ground 3 times and cancel my spell.
Okay.
And then say, find someone else to rob.
Ah,
And I
I
believe
become
Daniel's
8 feet tall.
Daniel's reaction goes off.
Yeah, he's going to be glowing orange, and just a little bit of fog is going to come out from around his feet.
I like how that sounds. Peter or Desilov appears out of the mist, doubles in size, and glows. And I'm just going to assume that glow and the torch are enough for you to see all of them clearly now, and for all of them to see you clearly and be very afraid.
Yeah.
Very...
Want me to roll an intimidate check?
Sure.
Okay. At advantage because of the circumstances, or just regular?
Just regular.
Right.
I don't think you're going to have a problem with it being enough.
13.
They are all real afraid. And let me actually look, because there should be,
sorry, I typoed that. It should be 12.
like, may impose like disadvantage or something.
I mean, like, Desilov's intent is basically just to scare him off so that there's no sort of bloodshed. But yeah,
fear, the static ability, and then an intimidate roll can just make them run away.
All right, they're gonna
Like a charisma check.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they're all gonna make charisma saves, and see if they have the wherewithal to stand and fight or not.
I mean, depending on the kind of bandit they rolled, charisma could be the dump stat. So
More than
Quite
likely.
possibly.
None of them seem particularly thrilled with that concept, but it's none of their actions yet. You don't think most of them are going to stick around. And
There's
then,
this ever slight little smile on Desalov's face.
and then are you attacking, sir? Or are you just
I
going to
have
let
to
that...
spend my action to cancel the spell, so no, I am
Oh,
not.
okay. So you're just going to let the Intimidate stand as sort of your...
Yeah, that's my action this turn.
Okay, that'll work. Mr. Magicbeard.
Yes.
You have a lot of very scared people who look very scared.
That's good. I like when very scared people look very scared.
Excellent. What would you like to do, sir?
Righty, I am going to mace to the face.
Which one?
Let me see here.
You have options.
I do have
This
options.
guy's almost a goner.
They're actually numbered. I don't know if you guys can see those numbers, but they are numbered.
See the number.
I don't see numbers, but
I don't see numbers either.
No.
If you click on them, their little green circle has a number in it.
They don't have.
I don't see the little
circles.
green circle either.
I don't understand that. I don't know why that doesn't
I'm
work with yours.
going to come around here and get that one.
Okay. Make with the getting. Ooh, no, sir.
Yeah, that was
Not
sad.
quite. But now it is y'all's turn again because surprise round. So Jenny,
Yes.
make with the sorting.
I'm also gonna do the raging.
Okay, also the raging. That's also fine.
Now, it's a 10-foot thing around me.
Okay.
So if I'm doing my math right, that means that this guy here can be in that 10-foot thing.
He can be.
He can be. Okay. So I would like for him to make a dex save, please.
Okay. They will do that thing you said.
Yes, and the DC is 12.
No.
No.
Not at
Excellent. Most excellent. Then he gets to take I have to pull this up again. I believe it is 1d6 lightning damage. He takes 1 lightning damage.
all. He will take all of that lightning damage
Bzzt, ow.
and not be able to do anything about it.
Touched a metal doorknob after walking across carpet in the wintertime.
Yes.
Yep. And now I'm going to longsword the guy in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
Boop. Nope, probably not.
No, ma'am. Liesel.
All right. I'm just going to radiant action. If any of them don't run when they have the opportunity, then
Okay.
I will firebolt somebody. But I'm going to give them a chance to run first.
Okay. Okay, Petrichor, it is your turn.
All right. Oh, well. And they look pretty scared, huh?
Yes, they do.
How long-
Absolutely.
How long till they get their turn?
Okay, so it's your turn, then Desilov, then Biggs, and then they all go.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that good at intimidating. I just, if they're gonna run away, I feel a kinship with my fellow thievers. But not that much a kinship because maybe I can loot them afterwards. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the guy in front of me again.
Okay.
Now, I don't have. Do I have flanking because of Sorrel?
You do.
Yeah, I do. All right, hit that.
And, oh, absolutely, you hit.
Yay.
Ah, yes. Yep.
There's the bane.
Super
Gone.
dead.
All right, Desilov.
I will set the end of the maul on the ground, rest both of my hands on top of it, stare these guys down,
Okay.
and say, "You will be spared if you leave immediately."
Okay. Mr. Magicbeard,
Yes.
what do these,
Alrighty, I'm going to go try for that dude in front of me again.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh, the natural one. Oh no. Okay, so I'm assuming you're swinging your mace.
I'm just glad I'm nowhere near him right now.
Thankfully, so he's Biggs picks up his mace, heaves it at the bandit, and sticks it into the giant log sitting next to your camp.
Quick, act like you meant to do that all along.
Yes, that was a very aggressive move. So after this is over, I will need you to make a strength check to pull it back out of the log.
Oh gosh.
But you should be fine. Okay, so it is now the bandits' turn finally, after that going real badly for them. You see the four of them kind of look at Desilov, then also realize that they're surrounded by you guys, and look at each other, and you hear one of them say, "We already have the girl, that'll have to do for now," and they all move to run.
Which one of them said that?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
This one.
That guy? Okay.
That one right there.
I'll keep that in mind.
If I'm not mistaken, at least two of you have held your action.
Yep, sure did.
So if you would like to interrupt what they're about to do, I will let you.
Let me see if I have anything that won't just kill. Oh, you know what? We have a paladin and a cleric. If I kill him a little bit, it'll be fine. All right, so
Don't
I'm
say
going.
things like "kill him a little bit" while I'm drinking water, Daniel.
You have a
Almost went
you
real
have a
badly.
paladin that is established to be very merciful too. So
He might come down with, you know, a moderate to mild case of death.
Take two and call me in the morning. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to that one guy. I'm gonna like try to firebolt him right in the back of the leg, just like try and take his knee out with a firebolt.
Okay. Go for it.
Wham!
Absolutely. So if you would like to target him directly like that, I will let you do that. A 20 is more than enough for that to happen.
Yeah, we're just gonna improv this whole called shots thing.
Yeah, it's
I don't
fine.
think they've done that since like 2nd edition. All right. Oh God! No! Oh.
Boy.
That is all 10 of your damages. His leg looks... Yep, there you go. That was the sound effect I needed. Thank you. It looks terrible. You have torched him. He is not going to be going anywhere. I believe Desilov, you kind of also didn't really act. If you want to do something before they run, I will let you.
nope.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that this one, and this one all run away. Petrichor, Biggs, and Sorrel can all make attacks of opportunity if they would like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is definitely happening.
I would like that.
Biggs! I like it.
Nice.
Opportunity knocks.
Yeah.
So I haven't done an attack of opportunity in a while. Do I just like roll a longsword attack or whatever?
Yeah, regular longsword attack.
All right. Nope.
Nope.
What's with the 11s today? 11sies.
11Zs, that is a lot of 11Zs.
Does
Yeah.
14
Not to break continuity, Biggs, but what are you hitting him with if you have to
Roll for second breakfast.
pull the mace out of the log?
His other mace.
I have more than one mace.
That's
He
why
could
they
actually-
call me Biggs Two Mace Magic Beard.
Yes.
That's
He could
right.
also just kind of bash him with his shield as he runs by. I'll
That's
I'll
fine.
let that be a thing if he would like to do that.
I have-
The mace is to hit you with. The shield is to hit you with.
It's all to hit you with.
The me is to hit you with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just kind of want to slam into him, that's also fine.
If you have that gong sound effect, that would also be really good with the
Yes.
shield.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Okay, and Petrichor. That also hits. So if you will roll damage, ma'am.
All right. About to get good up in here.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, I like it.
And I'm gonna hit that guy who said they had the girl, because I don't like.
He is not one of the ones that was next to you.
Oh man!
You
All
can.
right.
So the guy that got crippled by a firebolt. He's
Yeah.
not going.
He's not going anywhere. You don't have to worry about him. You can
All
hit.
right, well,
You can hit this gentleman.
That sounds good. I shall hit him, and I shall.
Plenty of damages. Okay, so these three make it away. Two of them look real not good. You could probably stop them if you wanted, but if not, they are going to keep running.
Run away!
But they look like they're in real bad shape.
I will walk up here and make with the lay on hands thing for 3 points of healing.
I'm gonna walk up here and stab my longsword into the ground so that it's pinning his shirt to the ground.
I
Okay.
thought you were going to say his foot.
Nope! He doesn't have one anymore. You shot it off.
It's stubbed to the ground.
That's okay.
That's probably too far.
Yeah, we're gonna let that go. I'm gonna consider combat over. You guys have a friend.
All right.
About this time, the king has kind of heard all of this, and he has woken up in his tent and has stepped out. I clearly
The
missed
other one that
something.
got cut down, I'm going to check and see if he's still breathing too, and I will go ahead and revive him if he
Yes,
is.
don't worry too much, Your Majesty. We're just cleaning up some riffraff.
Peter, he is definitely not.
Okay.
He
He got taken down a little too hard, huh?
May have gone into shock.
Jenna, are these just local highwaymen?
Perhaps, but we heard them mention that they have. It appears they have kidnapped some girl, and we are at least trying to find out some more information.
So you see him kind of mull that information over in his head, and his expression changes. And he kind of moves towards the bandit. Who? Who did you take? The bandit, who is in a lot of pain right now,
That was part of the reason for the extra healing, by the way, to try and give him a little bit of an analgesic effect so he's at least coherent.
That works. Between that and the king getting right in his face, because he very clearly recognizes the king, looks very disconcerted. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Can I make an intimidate check?
Absolutely.
I would like to get right up in his face,
Okay.
grab his chin, and say, "Tell the truth, please."
The please was. Oh yeah. Okay.
Hey, I've
So,
got a
intimidation.
zone of truth.
I got a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
He looks real afraid. I would recommend, Biggs, that you drop that zone of truth. You will probably get more information out of him. Sort of as a combined effort.
Can it be in the shape of a lasso?
Yeah, that's fine.
You can call me Wonderbeard.
Biggs, two mace, wonder beard, magic beard.
Do I have to do anything to like unleash that?
No, I think it's just you just make the zone appear.
No, I think he's pretty leashed.
Yeah, no, you're pretty much good. He is not going to even bother making the charisma saving throw. He is in too much pain, and entirely too freaked out by Sorrel. Fine. It wasn't my idea anyway. I don't like when we take jobs. I just rather do what we always do. But the boss said the money was good, so we went with it. It's fine. Whatever. We were paid to take some girl that was, I don't know, her caravan was on the road near here, out of Keon. I don't know who she is. She looks important. I don't even know what we're supposed to do with her. We took her, gave her to the boss. I don't know what he's doing. He didn't tell us. But I saw the money, and the money was good.
And what's the name of your boss?
You work for.
Give me just a second where I go.
I was going to say who's the boss, but I don't know how many people get that Tony Danza reference.
I do, and no, but it does make the broom thing from earlier make more sense. Man made the apron work. I work for Kawarin. He runs the gang. If I tell you where they are, will you let me live?
You have my word.
Fine. 2 hours east of here. There's a cave. It's where we make camp. I assume that's where he still has the girl. I don't know. We dropped her off yesterday. The king has kind of been mulling this over as the bandit was talking. He goes from confused to concerned to borderline distraught. And he just kind of breaks down in a heap and starts muttering, first my kingdom, now my daughter, and he lashes out at the bandit and begins to just go to town on this guy. And the bandit doesn't even really know what to do. You're pretty sure the king will kill him.
I will gently put a huge meaty paw right in the middle of the king's chest and just kind of like, in my deep rumbly voice be, Your Majesty, this is unbecoming of royalty.
He resists you for a couple of seconds and then just kind of collapses back into you. I apologize. I need to make another request of you. I don't care when we get to Oriel. I don't even care about the merfolk right now. I'm not positive, but I think the girl they have is my daughter. She was on her way to visit her uncle. He lives in the kingdom in the town south of Oriel. She would have been on this road at that time.
Well, if that's the case, then it appears we need to pick up another refugee on our way to keep you safe.
I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so you guys get kind of a general sense of where you're headed. It is near here. But it's probably not something you want to do in the middle of the night.
Probably not.
Only half rested and the like.
All the same, we said we wouldn't kill the bandit, but I'm going to give him some sort of stick he can use him as a crutch and just send him on his way.
Actually, I have something that I want to do there.
I didn't.
Oh, you do? Okay, because
Yeah.
I was just going to let him. Good luck.
I am going to walk over to this bandit and just loom over him for a couple of seconds. And I'm going to reach down and grab him one hand on each shoulder and kind of lean down and kind of draw him up to his full height so that I'm eye to eye with him.
Okay.
Say, this is your second chance. Find another profession. Sometimes God calls us back when we are the least receptive to his voice. Listen to it now.
Do me a
Go
favor.
and be a better person. And then I'm going to put 4 more points of healing into him.
Do me a favor, Peter.
Yeah.
Run that back and do it as Yahweh.
Okay.
So that I can, because I actually haven't used the word God
Okay.
directly, big capital G God in the game. I've been using Yahweh instead.
We're doing the Narnia thing.
Yeah, I'm doing the Narnia thing.
All right, fair enough.
So if you will,
realize.
yeah, I should have clarified that earlier. If you will run that back, and because I liked that a lot actually, but run that back with Yahweh instead.
Okay, yeah, and I'm kind of trying to channel Jean Valjean and the Bishop here. So, okay, so I will walk up to this guy and just
I'm gonna
loom
have to see
over
that
him.
movie at some point.
What? I can link you the clip, but all right, let me try this again from the top here. I will walk over and just kind of loom over this guy and reach down and like grab a shoulder in each one of my big, massive hands and kind of pull him up to full height and crouch down so I am eye to eye with him. And say, sometimes Yahweh calls when we are the least receptive to listening. Listen to him now. Choose a better path. Go and be something better than what you were today. And then I will put 4 more points of healing into him and let him go. That should fix his leg enough where he can walk under his own power, I would think.
He looks at you, and he kind of mutters, "You sound a lot like my father, who I probably should have listened to more."
Your father sounds like a wise man.
He kind of nods, and he makes his way out of camp.
All right.
Okay.
As he's going, as a gesture, I'll find a walking stick and hand it to him.
Okay. So as you guys have you've let him go, you've had this big moment.
I look at them all like they're crazy, by the way.
Jen is a little confused why you're letting people go. That's okay.
I gave him my word.
What part of big and gentle did not register?
There's suddenly kind of a flash of light from the sky.
Oh, that's never good. Maybe
not bad though.
yeah.
And in front of each of your tents, this is particular to Liesel, Petrichor, and Biggs, this kind of this like beam drops down, and as it disappears and the darkness kind of comes back over the area, and I'm assuming the mist is gone by now.
Sure. If a breeze picked up, it just blows it out of the way.
In front of each of your tents is an item. So I'll let you guys go, kind of look at them, look over them, if you want to make perception checks. You're really unsure what just happened, though, because that's just that's not an everyday thing by any means.
No, that's why I was very shaken by it.
Did Big see something other than the moth?
Biggs
Man,
absolutely sees something other than the moth.
Yeah. Roll today.
Okay, so we'll do it that way. So Jenna, what you have in front of yours is a very dark pair of slippers. And they look kind of like they're made of leather, but they're very dark, and you can tell that if you were wearing them, it would be very quiet. Like quieter than usual.
Very nice.
Daniel, there's a large, I'm going to say this word because I'm going to type it because it sounds like another word, stave.
Yeah.
That you have not seen before.
Like a sturdier wand.
It is larger, like a staff.
Yeah.
It is very large, it is wooden, it is very ornately carved. And there is a sort of a glowing symbol at the top of it. Biggs, you get a real good look at yours. So as a cleric, you have a holy symbol that you keep with you. That's sort of how you channel your connection to Yahweh. Or I think for you as the cleric, you sort of identify with Yahweh as the rock. It's how the dwarves often identify with Yahweh as sort of their foundation. Yeah. This is similar to your holy symbol. It is a holy symbol, but it is much more, or like this looks like it's been chiseled out of like obsidian.
Ooh.
And it is very detailed. And when you pick it up, you feel a sense of connection with it. You always feel a sense of connection sort of to your holy symbol because it's sort of your connection to your deity. This is different. this is a connection you haven't felt directly with your holy symbol in the past, and directly to your abilities that come from Yahweh before. So these kind of just appeared, and the king kind of looks very confused, and yeah.
I look confused too, but I'm not about to ignore things just lying around. So I put slippers on and kind of take them for a tryout.
Okay.
All right. And I will turn the stave over in my hands a couple times, and I know I can take because I'm a spellcaster, I think I can take like an hour and identify any magic items.
Okay.
So
and you can
I'll just pick it up and say this requires further study.
You can make if you want to make me an Arcana check.
Arcana check?
Yes.
Let me see what my point is for that.
Deslav will walk over and kind of, as you guys are picking this stuff up and examining it, you have relics of the Creator. You are favored in your quest to help others. It's a potent blessing. Do not squander it.
I will do well to remember this. All right, there's my Arcana check.
So, Liesel, you and Biggs both notice from the checks you guys have made that as the same kind of connection and sense you get from the item you have, you now notice you see something similar in Desalov's giant maul, the giant wooden, and you notice it's very ornately carved. And as he talks and as he uses it when he fights, it starts to glow a little. And you see the same kind of thing coming from the items you have. And you also notice the same of the shield of Sorrel. You all seem to have these items that have this difference to them that you're not really familiar with. Like, Lisa, with your Arcana check, this is not a kind of magic you've seen before. This is not a kind of... I mean, you can sense that it has magical properties, both arcane and divine. But there is something different about this item where you actually... So you have, I think part of your arcane bond, you have sort of a connection to an item as sort of your focus for your magic. You realize that this is probably partially what this is intended for, but that the bond is different. It's more personal. And unlike a lot of things, it's almost a little spiritual.
Interesting. I do like that idea.
So, through your Arcana check, you know the name of your item because it does have a specific name. And it is the Magi Vantalen. You know that is the name of the staff. And Biggs, you can tell from kind of spending some time with the Holy Symbol that it is simply called the Symbol of the Rock.
Nice.
And Jenna, as you kind of... You guys actually aren't sure where Jenna is. Petrichor has kind of disappeared. And Jenna, you don't remember doing anything intentionally to do that.
So like Bilbo, finding a special ring.
You've kind of slipped off in the distance, and you kind of feel a connection to your ancestors as a tabaxi. And you have what are referred to as the Slippers of the Panther. So there you go. Those kind of just all appeared out of nowhere.
No looting required.
That's real uncommon for you.
It's real uncommon. I'm shaking here, We respect the Great Lion, but we don't normally have much interaction with him. We're kind of an independent lot.
Well, apparently he has decided to reach out to you. Okay, so you guys have kind of handily dealt with the bandits. And you have kind of a mess of a king sitting there who seems deeply concerned. He understands you're probably not going to continue on with this journey right now. He totally gets that. It's the middle of the night. Everyone needs to finish resting. But you do have sort of a path ahead of you now. And I think that's actually probably where we're going to wrap it up.
Yep, sounds good.
Thanks for having us on. It was really fun.
Thank you for joining us. That was awesome.
This was good.
That was
I
awesome.
enjoyed it.
It was weird not playing a spellcaster. I think this is the first time I've played a non-spellcaster in a long time.
And I think you said it's also the first time you've played an elf in a long time.
Yeah, last time I played an elf was in high school. I think I was about 15 or 16, so about 10 years.
So that's been a minute. So
yep.
Definitely.
I've been wanting to play an Oath of the Ancients Paladin since I read it in the book, so I finally got to do that.
Nature Paladin is very unique. That's not one I had looked into very much.
Yeah. Well, the thing that got me was actually the tenets. If you look at those, it's just this wonderful, like, happy, merciful, compassionate kind of a thing, and it's like, ooh, I like this.
I like that. Most of the time, paladins are just giant sticks in the mud, and
Yeah.
they're
Well, and it
very hard to have a party
synergizes
with a
so well
paladin.
with the whole Furbolg thing too, right? You know, just like this giant, gentle, like kind thing, and it's just, yeah.
Jenna, I don't know where you keep finding these pictures, but I like them a lot. Definitely check out Peter and Ginny over at Saving the Game. They can be found, I believe it's stgcast.org.
Yep.
They are also, is it STGcast on Twitter?
No, that's Saving the Game on Twitter, I believe.
There we go. So I'll put those in the show notes. They are a great Christian and gaming podcast. It is the two of them and their third host, Grant. Definitely recommend checking them out. They have some great episodes and some really cool guests. So Saving the Game, stgcast.org. If you want to find more of our stuff, cityonahillgaming.com, City on a Hill Game on Twitter. And we are also, like Saving the Game, we are available on iTunes and a lot of other great podcast outlets. We appreciate you guys joining us. Have a blessed day. Thanks for joining us. For more episodes, check out cityonahillgaming.com, iTunes, or other awesome podcast outlets. To contact us, email us at cityonahillgaming@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at cityonahillgame. Thanks, and have a blessed day.